One of the problems people can find when they constantly lie is keeping track of their own lies. Tristan is starting to have a seriously hard time with this. Have a listen to how he describes his incitement of violence charge in Romania to James English in this podcast.
Do you know my Romanian incitement for violence story? I had a girl living in an apartment that I paid for, and she did something that upset me, so I told my assistant to kick her out. Kick her out is an English expression that we all know what it means. Ask her to leave. The Romanians translated it literally and added in a bit of words to kick her and beat her and throw her out. They translated it into Romanian despite the fact that I sent the message in English and said Tristan is telling his assistant to physically assault people, and I, in the first fall, it's been thrown out of court now, was charged with inciting violence and telling people to beat people up. Insanity.
Now, listen to how Tristan describes this exact same incitement of violence charge to Michael Franzese in May of 2024.
And I've got one for inciting violence. So essentially, telling people to go beat people up and stuff, not beating them up myself, but telling people to. And my inciting violence charge, I'm going to tell you that all the evidence against me, right? A friend of mine, a female friend of mine, told me a story on WhatsApp where she got into an altercation, pushing and pulling kind of altercation with another girl. The event had already happened. And afterwards, because it's WhatsApp and, you know, I talked to her, I've known her 10 years, like I'll talk to a friend of mine. I went, ha, 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 yeah, real funny, kick her ass. That's it. That's why I am charged with the incitement of violence against others, because an event had already taken place. I laughed about it and said kick her ass when these two girls, I heard they were pushing and pulling each other over some nonsense, clothes or something. I don't know what it was.
Last May, Tristan said the incitement of violence charge was him simply texting a female friend, ha ha ha, kick her ass, after she had got in a fight with another woman. Now suddenly, it's because he texted his friend kick her out, because a girl that was living in an apartment he paid for did something that upset him. What an absolute blithering idiot. If you're watching this and you're one of the young lads who still take this guy in any way seriously, you need to take a look in the mirror. Of course, what this text conversation pulled directly from Tristan and his co-defendants' devices really shows is Tristan ordering his co-defendants Luana and Georgiana to beat one of their own trans girls because she didn't want to keep making pornography, and throw her out the house, which Georgiana did, earning herself an assault charge of her own.